sake. Sorry. Share my screen, share sound, share. Where you at? Where you at? You ready, Alexis? We're gonna do this. And speaking of Barbie,
Yeah.
Oh my god, can we please have a Barbie Megamix?
I do. I just made it, but it's only gonna play one song because we don't have all day. But I got you.
That one song is plenty.
Stop playing with them, Riot.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Rad, but he spank me when I get bad. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl. Pink Barbie dream house. The way Ken be killing shit got me yelling out like the Scream House. Yelling out, we ain't selling out. We got money, but we ain't lending out. We got bars, but we ain't belling out. In that pink Ferrari, we pillin' out. I told Tay, bring the Bob Dylan out. The so cold, we just chillin' out. Baby, yelling, yelling, yet yelling out. It's Barbie, bitch, if you still in doubt. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Bobby ain't nothing to play about. He wanna play in a playhouse. The f they gon' say now? I'm watching these bitches, I'm rubbing a stain out. Like I'm ready to bend. All the fake Barbies just wanna pretend. Like, don't let me go find me a pen. Look where it led. Now I'ma put it to bed. She a Barbie bitch with her Barbie click. I keep dragging her so she bald a bit. And I see the bread, I want all of it. And I want the green, so I all of it. And I throw it back so he losing it. And I give the box with no shoes in it. Yeah, I know the trick, so I got him brick. Yeah, they know who it, me and Barbie, bitch. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
All right, Lizzie, all you.
Thank you, Boo, and beanie blessings, everyone. Welcome to Blended City's Work of Art Wednesday online open mic. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Elizabeth Sophia Strauss, or Deadpan Lizzie the Beanie God, and I am pronoun fluid, and I am your MC for the evening. For those that don't know, Blended City is a 501c3 nonprofit status arts organization founded in 2017 by Nick Louise, my boo, and Ashley L. Canfield. Nick will be our tech co-host for the evening. Any questions, please DM them and they will help you out. Blended City's mission is to support and connect non-traditional artists in disadvantaged communities by providing a multidisciplinary space to create. How we meet our mission is by doing just this, an open mic forum dedicated for artists across various art disciplines coming together and showcasing their talents and telling their stories. We're excited to have featured artists that will have 6 to 10 minutes to showcase their work, introduce themselves, perform, and have fun. And we may also have audience members who have opted to perform tonight. They will have around 5 minutes to showcase their work. Just a few housekeeping rules. Please keep your mic off if you are not performing, but keep your video on. Myself and the artist want to see your faces and engage with us. Please note, unless the artist suggests having their mic on, unless the artist suggests having your mic on for their set, like, comedy routine, we encourage you to take the videos and pictures throughout the night and tag Blended City on social media platforms. They're on all of them. Before we get started, this is a safe and brave space where we come together and have a great time. There is zero tolerance for disrespect, negative talk, judgments, and anything that does not belong here because you'll get kicked out, no questions asked. This is a space of love, kindness, and of course, support. So without further ado, let us begin. We have our first feature for the evening in our spoken word community. Please welcome VexLex, also known as Alexis Garcia.
Thank you so much. As she said, I'm Alexis, aka VexLex. I'm excited to be here. I think I came to an open mic with Blended City back in March, but it's great to be back and it's great to be a feature. So I'm gonna go and do about 3 poems. Oh, let me just start off by saying if you like what you hear, you can follow me on Instagram, VexLex Poetry, and my website is officialvexlex.com. I currently have a book out. It's called Ask Me Again in 6 months. If you follow me on Instagram, you can DM me for a copy. So my first poem is called Sincerely Vexed. I've had fond memories of locking lips with age-appropriate girls. Just me and them. If we didn't know much then, we knew kissing felt serene. Wore caution tape between our legs and warning signs over our hearts. We grasped hands tightly, mapped our futures over love lines. Knew the best kept secrets left the longest aftertaste. The older we'd gotten, words were never enough to describe the feeling of falling into each other's embrace. Legs interlocked under covers, tender touches from eager fingertips that traced stories along our bodies until we heard footsteps and we were back to laughing it off. We never knew what to make of it, but enjoyed basking in the warmth. This is for the girls who clung to their innocence for as long as they could, for the girls who practiced love on their friends, for the girls who tucked away those memories because it no longer suited them. But we'll always have those kisses, that bed, and those covers. And that was that first piece. So that piece kind of was inspired. I really used to like this poet named Marie Howe, from her book What the Living Do. She wrote a poem called Practicing, which was basically about her earlier experiences with girls when she was, about elementary, middle school. So that my piece was inspired by that. My next piece is called Foundation. Some men will refer to a woman's body as a temple only to be angered that they could not be the first to deface her, joining the other walks of life and entering only to erase her. Their claims of reverence hold no merit as they infiltrate her house of worship only to wreck her walls and tear away at its foundation, hoping to find what breaks her. Believing that she may crumble if they try hard enough, they confer amongst each other as to what makes her continue to stand, despite periods of time when she is left abandoned and her hollowed halls ache in silence. They think she was erected to continuously draw in crowds, while all she seeks is to close her doors and remain in peace. They bowed their heads, not in prayer, but to disguise their intent to make prey of her. She is the place they come to heal, come to reveal what drives them to sin, while citing her as the dark place they lost themselves in. A marked sanctuary for men to regain lost egos. She is to remain still and admired for her subjective beauty. As they have insisted, she is not the first nor last temple they will have visited. So that was Foundation, and that poem is in my book, Ask Me Again in 6 months. That is I believe that is in my sensory overload chapter. And yeah, I'm gonna just do one more poem that's very near and dear to me. So a lot of my poetry, I focus a lot, I've been focusing a lot lately on mental health awareness, as someone who deals with mental illnesses, that's very, close to my heart. And just putting awareness out there with different types of mental illnesses and just how to cope with things. Um, and just bringing general awareness because I feel like there's still a lot of stigma around mental health, mental illness, mental health. And so this last poem is also in my book. It's in my coping chapter. And recently, well, not really recently, when I was about let's say 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with a borderline personality disorder. And yeah, this poem I wrote more recently, and it was just one of those things where a lot of my poetry focuses a lot on internal warfare and kind of fighting with yourself and that continuous struggle of having to show up every day, even though you're tearing yourself apart on the inside. So this last piece is called Couples Counseling with My BPD. I'm sorry about all the rescheduled appointments, I tell the counselor. I tried to mask my disappointment. I finally got them to come with me. You see, they say she is already putting the blame on me. So what brings you two here today? Well, they say, she uses me like a crutch, that when things are overwhelming and life seems too much, I'm always the reason. Well, you are the reason I don't believe in myself, since you take hold of me and caused me to second guess my thoughts. You taught me that everyone is meant to leave. They are, don't you see? And the end of it all, the only one to stay is me. I don't know who I am because you're all there is to know. Whose fault is it that you can't let go? Do you know what it feels like to not be seen? Do you know what it feels like to not be seen? To always take the blame for this life that you created? If you never existed, I would be elated. Because from heartbreaks to minor inconveniences, I can't help but to be devastated. Life is what you make it. I am more you than you realize. Get your head out of the clouds and accept what's right in front of your eyes. You see, doctor, our arguments go nowhere. I'm fighting with myself like some kind of freak. The counselor finishes jotting down her notes. So, same time next week. Thank you. Those are my pieces.
Oh,
Thank you to
Thanks,
Blended City. Thank you, Deadpan Lizzie. And just thank you to everyone for listening to me.
Absolutely. Everyone, please give your love and support to the wonderful Vex/Alexis Garcia.
Yes,
woo!
yes.
Thank you
Woo!
so much. Thank you.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Always happy to hear your voice and your art. And congratulations on the book. That is an
you.
incredible, incredible thing to be able to publish your books. And as they said, please send them a DM and then she will drop where to DM her in the chat to get a copy of that wonderful script. So congratulations again. In addition to the book, do you have anything coming up you'd like to plug?
Let's see. If you're in the New York City area, I have a feature coming up on October 9th from 6 to 9 in the Bronx. I have the flyer also on my Instagram page, Vex Lives Poetry. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be about a 15-minute set, so I'm pretty nervous about it because just being on stage for that long. I've done a 20-minute set before, but that was virtual, so that wasn't as bad. So 15 minutes on stage. I've been practicing, so I'm excited for that. It's at the ID Studio Theater in the Bronx. So if anyone's in the New York City area, come check it out. October 9th from 6 to 9.
Absolutely. So if you're in the Boogie Down Bronx, go support our community and our poetry siblings. Vex Likes Poetry to get a copy of her book. And yeah, 15 minutes can feel like a lot, but you know what? The beauty of being an author is you can just stand up there and read from your book. I've done it. I've switched between like a Google Doc and like my books and been like, you didn't say what I could read, you just said. And it's a great way to sell the book because you read from the book and then people will come and buy the books. Make sure you have some of your books on hand and they get those Venmo QR codes and those Cash App QR codes. People will pick them up like hotcakes. Thank you so much, Vex. Always happy to see you and have you.
Happy to see you.
Already starting the night off beautifully. And I just want to say welcome to Daniel Fernandez and Marion Teff, who are also part of our spoken word and poetry community. So happy to have you here, Beanie Blessings. All right, we're gonna keep going. So on deck we have They Broke the Mold with Him, Messiah Payne. But please welcome the king of rhymes in our community, our dear friend Ed Potastic.
Oh, thank you for making me feel so fantastic. Thank you for being so bombastic. Oh, your enthusiasm is so enthusiastic. Thank you, one and all. Hope everyone's teeth stands tall and keep on breaking those walls. My name is Ed Potastic, feeling fantastic. Please gonna tell me to enjoy my rhyme fall for sublime. I got 2 poems, so I won't take too much time. My first poem is called Let It Be. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, this time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, this time we'll take it slow. Let your crystal glow while darkness implodes. Let doubts be low while teardrops flow. Let scars bellow while anguish be snow. Let pain be crows while regrets be plateaus. Let cries be yo-yos while sufferer be throws. Let disappointment implodes while chaos be dough. Let terror be a buffalo while fear be a marshmallow. Let ignorance be a scarecrow, while stupidity be undertow. Let revenge be a video, while sorrow be a slideshow. Let evil be tic-tac-toe, while violence be a fashion show. Let grief be happy hello, while misery be a banjo. Let madness be sourdough, while hate be a game show. Let depression be Cupid's bow, while sadness be no-no. Let forgiveness be a rainbow, while love be a talk show. Let life be a huge stereo, while you be a big mistletoe. Thank you. And thank you so much. I got one more in store for encore. This gonna have mom and dad later some of their stages. So please, my word for these pages. I just want to burn some cages. This is called Pink Notes. In a world full of ecstasy, voices played, the passion never strayed. No hate, just free. Couldn't stop the music from playing. The vivid lyrics stick to what we sang, to reach our hearts, lost in a tantalizing world, grasping all our parts, lost in a passionate spiral that makes us lovers. No debate and more reactions. Love's warmer than colder, quiet sexual premonition. Love you, Mahadi. I dance inside your streets body to body, as our energy swayed to the beats. There's no need to worry about a single thing. There's no need to hurry. I want to hear you sing. Let me use my fingers further to play your pink strings. The tension's burning hotter. Watch how your eyes swing as you lay wet and bare, adjusting my naked guitar, playing notes to share towards your inner G star. As my fingers move faster, trying to keep up with your tune, a hard but sexual song to master, but you howled at the milky moon. I played and played. You shake, shake and shake. You persuade, persuade and persuade. You ache, break and quake. The pink lyrics floating around in the steamy, feisty bedroom. We both made patenting sounds while our loins go boom. Baby, do you want an encore? This song is called You're Coming. Right, baby, more, more, and more. Let us feed our jolts full of somethings to speed up our inner cores. Can't leave you on a high note. These speedy fingers aren't done. Still moving lyrics, still more lyrics left I haven't wrote. Baby, the climax concert just begun. I played throughout the night. It was fun stringing and tuning you. You sang with so much euphoria delights. Now it's time for us to drift off in the pink blue. Thank you.
Let fear be a marshmallow.
Yes,
That's actually my new mantra. Y'all make some noise for our friend Eddie
we love
Potastic.
you.
And I love you guys too. Thank you for making me feel every cut of a blue and keep on knowing through. And remember that I love each and every one of you.
We love you too, Eddie. Thank you so much for joining us and for your amazing energy always. Bring happy to have you. Beanie blessings. Thank you very much. All right, we're gonna keep going. On deck, we have Pinky's roommate, Jeff Cottrell. But now, please welcome to the mic my dear friend, poet Messiah Payne.
Thank you. So I'll jump right into it. These are two poems that I'm gonna read. The first is called A Brief Conversation. As the trembling earth pierced my sleep, subsumed by an echo of all the world's violence, I sat along a river, howling with the pleas of endless voices. Saturated by immediacy and impatience, gently imposed from a wound in the air, a preparation of timelessness, a woman wilted beside me, who was slow to speak, with eyes like falling glaciers. Finally, she spoke with a voice like inveterate terror. She asked, "How did you get here? Is that what you're asking yourself?" And her lips curled into a grin, seducing horror to revelation. Her presence invoked something beautiful and forbidden, cutting a profane scar upon my thoughts. "Where am I?" I said with harried consternation, attempting to conceal the panic in my voice. She chuckled. "You are having a dream, and here is where your awareness of me begins to burgeon with all the temerity of an adult. Now is where your childhood ends." "Who are you?" I said with a broken whisper. "I am the beauty of life when it is undressed. I am the terrible answer of the omnipresent gesture that is being. I am the passage of time, and I am time when it dies. Sit with me and hear the prayers of the dead in this river. All their regrets, they plead with me for salvation, for second, third, and fourth chances. They plead for sanctuary. You are here for the same reason they are here. Your time is going to die, and soon you will be in my river, pleading just the same." She giggled and smiled at me. Unlike the grin, her smile was soothing, merciful yet absolute. "This is my river, and it leads to different lands, where these poor souls wash up and must continue their lives. Their time starts again, until it once again dies, and they are back in my river to wash up somewhere else." I thought I grasped what she was trying to say. So our lives end only to continue somewhere else? "Yes," she exclaimed, exactly as though it had never ended. She put her finger in the river and pulled it out. Putting her finger to my lips, a small drop of water fell to my mouth. I began to shake. There was a feeling bordering on relief, an ecstasy almost surmounting the terrific troubles of my soul. "I will grant you a wish," she said. "Tell me where you wish to go after your time ends, and there you will go. But I caution you, your transition will be seamless, as though your previous life was a forgotten dream, and you will remember nothing. I grant you this because you have found me before your time, and thus deserve a boon." I said I wish to be somewhere where I never again have to be in your river. She laughed obscenely and plucked a flower from her hair. "Very well, I will offer you this flower. It is your consciousness, and when your time ceases, you will return here. If your flower has bloomed, then I will plant it on the green beside the river, and you will never again return to the waters of my river. If it does not, you may never have another chance to escape from me, and you may forever be taken the way these souls are. I bid you good fortune, Messiah. Let this gift be the making of your freedom." She laughed again, this time as warm jest between friends. Placing her finger again in the river, she touched my head as though blessing me, and I awoke. There the flower was on the pillow beside me. I stared at it, dazed and disturbed. But as soon as I began to recall the woman in her river, the flower slowly began to bloom. And here's the second and final poem. It's called The Ashes of My Mind. Could life's only destination meet us like unnerving comedy in the mere seconds it takes to realize love's simple moments? Could it be that we humans are imposters in life, and love strips away the life we covet to keep ourselves closest to an imperceptible and foolish reality, revealing our abuses as we dwindle fastidiously on the lurch of time. My dreams are slowly lacerated in the making of your pained sanctuary, each step in your coiled brokenness a step too far, where your humanity has not developed nor transcended, but has instead sustained the transitory pleasures of an illusion. Your objections to fate's violent will, where love's making of you, stultify your parsed relegation of affection to my desperate grasp. Emptiness where you once spoke persists with the abrasive certainty of death. Now you arrange for your vulnerabilities to be kept by the abyssal silence of your mind. In my mind, you were never at love's behest, though you invented my dream of it merely with a gaze. You haunted every thought and pervaded every hour. I recall I took your hand and told you that you were loved. Debussy couldn't have composed anything more ardent. Now I grow tired, and you are as carefully circumspect as ever. Would your love seed the eventual growth of patience and virtue? No. I no longer need your love. I am no longer enchanted by your eyes, your voice, your body. Have you grown brittle, or have I? Like ashes, my thoughts have burned and now evaporate in the space you have left behind. Your absence like nonsense chatter from an irreconcilable source. You will be forgotten, and I will be kept safely, perhaps illusorily, by the wisps of what remains my mind, telling me gently, she didn't know how to love. She didn't know how to love. Thank you.
Wow, that was so fantastic.
Thank you.
Shakespearean monologues over from Messiah. Always beautiful and always so poignant. Thank you so much for being with us. He's going to have his own poetry collection coming out soon, so stand by for that. I got to write the foreword for it, which I was so honored. So thank you so much for your gift, Messiah. You're truly wonderful. And do you have, besides the book, do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote?
No, nothing.
Not yet. So stand by for more on that. Anyway, give your best to my family for me.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. All right. On deck, we have the wonderful Marian Teff. Please welcome to the mic now. I am the proud owner of not only his book, but his CD, Hate Story, and this album, Nitty Fanny.
Knit Fanny.
Knit Fanny, excuse me. Who I get to see again in person over the Thanksgiving break. I'm going across the border. But not just to spend time with him, y'all, and y'all gonna be jealous because I get to do this, and you should be jealous. I get to sleep with Pinky. His roommate Pinky and I get to sleep together for 5 days. Like, I don't know if anyone else in the community should be jealous of that, but I'm very excited to do that with consent. I have Pinky's consent. So please welcome. Jeff is like, what are you talking about? I mean, Pinky and I discussed that. Are you okay with that?
I guess so. I don't know. It's up to the blanket.
You know, I think Pinky gave me consent. So please welcome to the mic now, my dear friend Jeff Cottrell.
Hello, thank you. So I don't remember what I did when I was here before, so I'm just pulled out a couple of random old ones. This is from the CD that Lizzie was showing you. It's called Safety Instructions. Congratulations on your purchase of the new Darwina 2023 microwave oven. Your Darwina microwave oven will provide first-rate microwave cookery for you and your family for years to come. Before you begin operating your Darwina microwave oven, please read the following safety instructions in order to maximize your continuing satisfaction with our product. Do not operate your Darwina microwave oven if the door cannot close properly or if it is bent in any way. Do not use if the hinges or latches are broken. Do not stand in front of the Darwina microwave oven for a long period of time, as this has been known to cause tumors. Do not leave an operating Darwina microwave oven unattended. Do not use a brown paper bag to cook popcorn, as this creates a risk of fire. Do not put your face or any other body part inside your Darwina microwave oven while it is operating. Do not bring your Darwina microwave oven into the shower or bathtub with you. Do not lift your Darwina microwave oven in the air and strike it upon your head repeatedly. This has been known to cause injury. Do not stand under a falling Darwina microwave oven after it has been dropped from a tall building. Do not place your Darwina microwave oven in a catapult and then have someone release the catapult while you are standing within the oven's flight path. This can be rather dangerous. Do not use your Darwina microwave oven as an ear-piercing tool or for home dentistry. Do not play catch with your Darwina microwave oven. Do not attempt to fit your Darwina microwave oven fully into your mouth or any other bodily orifice. Please do not fill your Darwina microwave oven with explosives and then detonate them while you are within 1 meter of the oven and eating a deli stick. Do not hold your Darwina microwave oven while jumping off a high cliff and trying to fly. Do not hold your Darwina microwave oven while running into an operating airplane propeller. Do not use your Darwina microwave oven to help jam scissors into your crotch. Do not walk with your Darwina microwave oven late at night on random side streets in downtown Detroit. Do not attempt to tweak the nose of a wild grizzly bear while in the vicinity of your Darwina microwave oven. Do not use your Darwina microwave oven as a masturbatory aid. This is not necessarily dangerous, but it is a little weird. Do not attempt to operate your Darwina microwave oven while tied to a railroad track, dangling from a skyscraper, running through enemy fire across a battlefield, sticking your head out the window of a moving vehicle, playing Russian roulette, waving raw meat in front of a charging bull, diving into an empty swimming pool, eating Drano, drinking arsenic, horsing around in a room full of industrial machinery, or smoking. Do not attempt to operate your Darwina microwave oven while pulling the trigger of a pistol, only to find that the pistol appears to be out of bullets, and then, out of puzzlement and curiosity, peering down the barrel of said pistol while pulling the trigger again. Thank you for taking the time to read the safety instructions for your new Darwina 2023 microwave oven. Every one of these safety instructions was created as a result of numerous tests involving a multitude of live human and animal subjects, many of whom were orphans, kittens, and adorable doe-eyed little bunnies. Thank you. That was safety instructions. And if I have time for one more short one, this is called Baby Slugs. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Baby slugs crawling through the soil and dirt, searching for leaves and grass to feed on. Baby slugs hatching from their tiny eggs, poking out through the layers of debris. Baby slugs slithering over the moist gray rocks. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Baby slugs looking up at the dimming sky, seeing filthy images in the cloud patterns. Baby slugs marching through the park at noon, striking fancy poses for the tourists' cameras. Baby slugs making inappropriate passes at your significant other. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Baby slugs running around like savage maniacs, knocking over your grandfather's antiques. Baby slugs hunching over your study desk, finding new loopholes in your tax documents. Baby slugs wondering if a Motorhead reunion could work without Lemmy. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Baby slugs looking over the group bar tab, debating if the server deserves a 10% tip. Baby slugs talking too loud at the movies, kicking the back of your seat during the big reveal. Baby slugs screaming rude words at your child's kindergarten teacher. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Baby slugs planning a violent revolution, sparing only the people with the cleanest socks. Baby slugs plotting world domination, using an egg beater, a rooster, and 5 Twinkies. Baby slugs naming the galaxies after their favorite Belgian wrestlers. Baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs, baby slugs. Thank you. That was Baby Slugs. My name is Jeff, and I have a book called Hate Story and other fun stuff coming up. You know, got any friends in Australia? Tell them I'm coming there soon.
Yes, go to Australia, go to Canada, go see this wonderful poet in person, get his book, Hate Story, get his CD, get them both. Maybe you'll get to sleep with Pinky one day, but I'm gonna break Pinky in. So, you know, yeah. Thank you so much, Jeff. Always a pleasure to see you and have you in the space. All right, we're gonna keep going on our list. Next up, one of my favorite poets, and apparently she has a pink blanket. So now I just gotta travel to all the territories for vacation to snuggle with pink blankets. Please welcome one of my favorite poets, Marianne Tufts.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I do have a pink blanket, as a matter of fact. And it's funny enough because I keep looking time and time again when I see Jeff. I keep thinking, is that a pink blanket on that couch? Yeah, so that's cool. I'd like to start off with a poem tonight for the many friends who have had losses in their lives lately. And this one is called In the Dark Before Dawn. Do not lament your sadness, for none has ever drowned in the floodwater of tears, but many have lost heart and mind in grief, suffocated and unexpressed. Do not be afraid to shriek in anger at all the gods, shaking your fists and bitter words as if to make stone walls and tallest hills cower from their onslaught. For grief broadcast cannot erode the world, but stifled may topple your foundations. Do not fear the darkness that swathes your vision and seizes your thoughts and dreams, for loss is always drenched in indigo before rising, clad in memory at ineluctable dawn. Do not be afraid to mourn, for your beloved's eternal gift is the heart that has known love, and the tears of gratitude that will water the new garden you may plant day by day in celebration of summers past and timeless springs to come. Next piece is for Eddie Poetastic, so he doesn't feel so blue. This one is called Blue Love Song. It should actually be Bleu Love Song. Some may call you uncouth, dismissing you with pursed lips. They prefer a milder, well-behaved type, smooth and impenetrable. But I cannot resist your tangy incorrigibility. You await me moist, creamy and crumbly, somewhat raggedy about the edges, blessedly unlike those firmer shells. You tweak my appetite. Tonight, I raise a glass and a hymn of gratitude to the smitten youth of legend who abandoned his baguette in the cool caves of Combalou to chase his heart's desire and set in motion my bleu love song. Everything. If I could give you anything, you would rise on 500 count cotton and slip into softest silk before meeting the Mercedes at the door of your commute. While we await the things that others treasure but we call merchandise, I give you everything. The open line that guards your heart when the night is long and cold fears roam. The advice that comes from years of lessons learned the hard way. The courage to draw myself up to your full height and tell you words of love and iconoclasm that others fear to say, and the willingness to do the same thing again and again throughout each day. It's because I really have been enjoying reading this poem so much. If my time allows, I'll finish off with a piece that was inspired by a post one night on Instagram from our friend Lacan. It was a keyboard and the music Passacaglia. 1,000,000 nights, still young but old enough to know better, interwoven like macrame and fresh streamlets that flee the deep snow for spring light. You ask me how I knew we would hold each other through time and space with bird-soft hands that offer latitude yet remain ever in our orbit with that special gravity of lovers. I say, your hands whose geometry I know line by line, your hands that know me arc by arc. From that night, we ran through the station in one of those rich cities where commuter hubs are filled with full-size collaged mousse and deep-fried dough, sculptures larger than a human head. Your eyes met mine and you stopped. There, beside an incongruent upright piano, you smiled an impromptu invitation that I would pause on the stool beside you, our rolling bags quiet, listening too. As your hands touched the keys for the first time, my palm smooth against the denim of your thigh, the echoes of random footsteps in the hall fell silent, and I knew your music would become my leitmotif, your rhythm mine, for all the nights we are given. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, it's so beautiful and lovely coming from Marianne. Give her some love, everyone.
Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy and lovely words. Always thrilled to have you in our space. Do you have anything you want to promote while you're with us?
Well, I have a feature coming up at the end of the year with the Illinois Poets Society, and I'm doing a lot of writing, and I generally post several times a week, if not more, on my Facebook page, Marianne Teft, and I definitely invite correspondence. Thank you.
Well, congratulations on the feature. Let everyone know the dates and times for that, because we're on different time zones, and hopefully we can come out and support you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Up next to the mic, he is the author of the book Emotional Defibrillator, which I reviewed, and it is a wonderful collection. It's with we share an imprint, Telltale Poetry, and they're wonderful. And that's his book right behind him. It's a beautiful book. He is a wonderful poet in our tri-state area community. So please welcome Daniel Fernandez, or AKA Captain Flo.
Hello. I put my link tree in the chat. That way you'll have the book, the link to the book. It'll also have, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook from there, and onto the poems. So I have a lot of new ones, but I'll just do 2. And I'll start with one that I performed at New York not that long ago, and one that I actually performed in person a week ago. So I have Glossophobia, which will be my first, which is the fear of public speaking. Glossophobia. The fear of public speaking. Despite sharing my own work, anxiety breaks through the ceiling. My hands start shaking as if I'm freezing, flying through stanzas as I'm trying to control my breathing. All eyes on me, as if I was caught speeding, stealing attention, hoping someone finds my notions intriguing, taking it slow so that no lines are misleading, juggling metaphors as emotions become overwhelming. It's so common that it affects 75% of our population. Confidence dissolves, all due to public communication. Do you want to perform? Thoughts on rotation. Shit, I don't know, which then builds frustration. No, it's okay, but I'll stay for inspiration. Listening to poets undressing their souls became motivation. Snapping because I'm dazzled by my generation. Poetry is therapy without the medication. Writing about how we feel, regardless of the interpretation. It's bliss, depending on the information. Sadness takes the spotlight and the room is contaminated. On stage experimenting with elevation. I'll overcome the fear. It takes practice to be somewhat perfect. As long as I have faith in myself, I can close the door to forget. Perform a piece of my conscience that even has me impressed. Spreading the love by describing pain became my way to connect. I can focus on my craft and what I write down. Thinking about the next line as I scan the crowd. I start sweating as demons circle around, but then I'm humbled because of the relief my poems announce. Being an introvert can be a huge factor. Can't risk embarrassment, and yet I stammer, hiding behind the shadows of a pitiful disaster, reading pages of life, oblivious on the next chapter. Pain keeps the mind awake. When performing, it's quite easy to stumble on a mistake. Rocking my body as I struggle to keep my back straight. Intrusive thoughts emerge, so I manage what I can tolerate. My eyes roam as I read some new shit. Poems of a bashful man trying to exist. Life stabs my innocence and karma gives me a kiss. My 3 minutes are up and I drift. Closed off like Area 51, but that's because I'm reticent. Unable to respite like the average resident. Comfortable with my work, and yet I'm hesitant. Pay attention because mental illness is evident. Jumping on an idea so that I can finish it in 2 days. Emotionally naked as I pray agony can be replaced. My shoulders can't accommodate the weight. Lost and confused, walking towards fate. Making promises to God for a clean slate. No stone unturned became a personal trait. I'm getting drunk off whatever I create. If writer's block becomes a concern, I continue a different day. Swimming in social anxiety. People can judge, but I value my privacy. How ironic with poems that describe me. Writing about experiences as if it's a diary. I'm on deck, so I have to mentally prepare. Pull out my phone, nervous due to what I'm about to share. Read it over in my head as I sit insensible on a chair. Seconds become minutes, I swear. My name is called, and even Satan is aware. Walking to the stage, holding hands with despair. Glossophobia, hopefully it's a temporary issue. Just because I'm afraid it won't prevent content from being produced. People will listen to dread, but ignore it like a damaged tissue. If poetry wasn't a thing, I would have used a noose. Text a handful of acquaintances, curious on the response they'll shoot. Contemplate as hope is unfit to boost. I can't sleep if I'm confined in thought loops. I write it all down, and these poems are proof. It's a dream of mine to prosper off this, so I have no excuse. And Daniel Fernandez, it's time for a legend to be introduced. Thank you. And my second one, let me see. I'll do one that's called I Saw You Fade and Chose to Run Away. And this one's like a song. I saw you fade and chose to run away. I woke up and thought about you today, thinking about our love and how it used to be praised, using our memories to have euphoria pervade, regardless of my reasons I can never persuade. I bought a ring with loyalty to have a promise engraved. I don't know how you're coping, but I'm emotionally drained. Maybe if I inspired, our vision could have been saved. I saw you fade and chose to run away. Falling in love is not a choice. To stay in love is. It's our hearts beating in sync that had me convinced. Run aside discipline and walk with forgiveness. I dance with solace while desire was evicted. Being a perfectionist can result in stress and depression. I forgot about myself while manifesting our connection. My sanity was demolished from your hurricane of intentions. I prepared for the worst, but not a recession. Distracting our tedious lives by traveling over our budget. We set plans we can't afford, and then you wonder why I'm upset. Money that's not managed correctly becomes an ocean of regret. If I'm trying to overcome poverty, why am I playing Russian roulette? Your heart is pure, but your subconscious mind is illogical. Your words sting like a bullet ant, and yet I'm responsible. I'm frazzled, but I simmer down to avoid trips to the hospital. I choose to be with you, and you act like that's optional. My bed feels empty, like an abandoned event. I can finally move my legs since your body I no longer lie against, cuddling a pillow since you got up and left. With all that time alone, it feels like solitary confinement. We always want more choices than we can cope with, but when things go south, we want to plead the fifth. I could be innocent with a guilty verdict. I'm suffocating from being so constricted. I woke up and thought about you today, thinking about our love and how it used to be praised, using our memories to have euphoria pervade, regardless of my reasons I can never persuade. I bought a ring with loyalty to have a promise engraved. I don't know how you're coping, but I'm emotionally drained. Maybe if I inspired, our vision could have been saved. I saw you fade and chose to run away. I love you became a phrase that diminished as time moved on. So I write what's critical. That way it's drawn. Our passion was perfect until your presence was gone. Intimacy was treasured like a favorite song. We make most of our decisions unconsciously, relying on knowledge, presuming you'll be done properly. I can't breathe while confronted by a government monopoly. Prices double then triple. What happened to democracy? Our brains start eating itself if it doesn't get enough sleep. Life will feel incomplete and somewhat bleak. Action actions lead to consequences and anxiety begins to increase. An argument surfaces and it's never discreet. You change for two reasons. Either you learn enough that you want to, or you've been hurt enough that you have to. I respect your effort, but visualize life from my point of view. Don't trust the internet because most of it is untrue. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while doing so. You have to work on yours, but apparently you already know. I'm always there for you for the times you felt low. You screwed with my kindness and now I'm paralyzed like a scarecrow. Once you fall in love, there's no going back to being friends again. You say I'm not your soulmate. What a way to offend. I have my hands behind my back as if I'm being apprehended. There's limits to a relationship, but you found a way to transcend. I woke up and thought about you today, thinking about our love and how it used to be praised, using our memories to have euphoria pervade, regardless of my reasons I can never persuade. I bought a ring with loyalty to have a promise engraved. I don't know how you're coping, but I'm emotionally drained. Maybe if I inspired, our vision could have been saved. I saw you fade and chose to run away. Thank you.
That is why he's Captain Flow. Give some love to our friend Daniel Hernandez, author of Emotional Defibrillator, that beautiful book behind him through Telltale Poetry. You can get a copy of that on Amazon and through him. I highly recommend it. Thank you so much, Daniel. Besides the link tree and your book, do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote?
No, just the book, the from that you can find on Amazon, or you can DM me and then I could actually send it myself. So whichever works, you know. So I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And yeah, support poetry authors. We have several, including myself here tonight. Please support authors. Please support poets. It is important we keep doing that. And his book is incredible. So please get a copy of that, especially a signed one from him. That'll make it even better. Thank you so much, Daniel, for just joining us. Welcome. If you'd like to perform tonight, please DM the Blended City Zoom box. Our tech host, Nick Luis, will get you on our list as we wind down the night. Please welcome to the mic now. She is we said we have a lot of authors here tonight. She's the proud author of her poetry collection, Sacred Elements of Me. It is a beautiful collection. Also illustrations by Jimmy Doodle that pair beautifully in the book with her words. She is an incredible spoken word artist, performer, energy reader, Reiki, and there's also a Kanku in the book. And there's a kite, and it makes me smile. So please welcome to the mic now, my friend, Christy Scribbles.
Hello, yes, thank you. Excited to be here. It's been a while since I have spit one, so here we go. I was hanging out with Jesus the other day, and this came through, so. Jesus would wear rainbows. He would. He would march rocking that rainbow. He is marching. He is teaching with prophets who help others, who heal others, who listen to others, who laugh with others, and do the work and make the art and teach the kids and open the doors and help the neighbor and love the gays, the straights, and everybody everywhere and in between. Jesus would help the homeless, not try to move them further away so they can't be seen. He would love you no matter who or what you believe, without judgment or malice, just love and rainbows and kindness and forgiveness and inclusion of all people, all types, all kinds. Everyone gets a hang. Everyone gets a chat. Even the guy on the cross, as he hung there, he hung with that guy. He was just that kind of person who didn't hate anything and always gave everything, always gave the divine inside him a listen. A platform, not division, not separation, not classes of wealth for power and power for money that feeds the power, that feeds the money, that fuels the power, that fuels the churches, that breeds the power of the nonprofit. The taxes not paid while corruptions and hate and regression is all that is focused on. Who has the power? Who is in control or what is in control? Fear is in control. Money is in control. Guilt, shame, doubt is in control. Control the masses, control the power, control the prophets named Jesus. Control, destroy, never change, never grow, never allow, never accept, never forgive, never love, never bend or stretch across, on the name of a man who lived to love and change the corruption and speak for the people, the ones no one wanted or listened to or cared about. Jesus would march with the women and the climate activist and for gun control. And he would let you into traffic, slow down and not beep at you. He would let you cut line at the grocery store and talk to the older scruffy gentleman outside in the corner. He would pay for people's coffee and shop locally and be active in the community and help with the food drives and wave hello every time and would want everyone to feel safe and feel like they belong and love their bodies and love who they want. Jesus would want people to love whomever the hell they wanted, and he would love the ones who didn't love him. He would support the ones who didn't support him. He would forgive the ones who didn't forgive him. He just would, and he just does, and he just is here now for you to chat with anytime you need him. He wants to hang and chat and be a friend and support, not worshipped, not pedestaled, not different than, but the same. The same inside. The love of the divine shines from all of our insides, just like his mother, just like his confidant Mary of Magdalene, his partner, his other half, his equal. Yes, equal. All people are equal to him, to them, to us, to we, to he, to Jesus, the one who wants to help and heal and pray and love. Jesus is love. He loves you just the way that you are, in all the rainbows, in all of the colors, in all of the forms, in all of the you that you are right now in this moment, in this version. Jesus loves you. Jesus is love. Jesus rocks that rainbow. Thank you.
Yes. I mean, I think we all needed that. And if you look really closely, by the way, at Jesus, like I noticed it in a church last spring, he has the trans flag just booming out of him. So I think Jesus was clear. Thank you so much, Chrissy. That was incredibly powerful. Please give her a round of applause and some love to everyone. And thank you so much, Christy. Get her book, Sacred Elements of Me. You can DM her for a signed copy. And it's a beautiful collection. I highly recommend it. In addition to the book, do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote, Christy?
Nope, just find me on Instagram. I'm the channeling poet. Thanks for letting me spit.
Of course, thank you. All right. If no one else wants to perform this evening, I will close out later. But right now, our tech host and one of the founders of Blended City, Nick Louise, is going to make some announcements. So take it away, Nick.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for coming tonight. If you're new to Blended City, we really welcome you genuinely with love and kindness. This is a safe space, and we hope to see you again in future events. So just thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. And yes, this is a once a month, last Wednesday of the month mic. So we hope you join us again. I believe it's October 25th, same time. And you'll always get the Zoom link an hour before. I am going to read some new ink, and then I'm going to close out with Beanie Blessings. But I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us and sharing space. It's always a pleasure to share energy in your words. And you're all immensely talented, so thank you. So yeah, I wrote the.
Shout out to you.
What?
I just want to say shout out to you.
Thank you, Boo. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Always happy to be here. Whenever I can. So thank you. I haven't been doing that much Zoom open mics. I won't be at New York tomorrow night, so I will read this tonight. It's called Sad Ballad or Prose. I used to have a favorite poet, but I had to let her go. The writing on the walls became deplorable. The stanzas no longer flowed. We were form, not free verse. I tried to compress my feelings to give distance. She kept throwing prompts at my pen. I cannot resist a challenge, even when I know I should swim away from the currents. The proses became bushy beards. Eventually, we cut them down into micros. Mustaches itched like crazy. We allowed the redness to burn our flame. Miles swam back and forth. Deep retractions could not be ignored. When even women can mansplain and spread. The sexiness began to wear off. Adorableness could not even be found in Legos. Commuting and communication lacked urgency. Standards were not being met. I came down with hay fever. She refused to accept we had no cure, so I called it quits. I do not enjoy melodies, so why should she? I used to have a favorite poet. She played all the right notes. Painted murals of our future. The canvas made its way to the bottom of the sea. Watercolors I cannot create with any longer. Seaweed sod that masked our pain. The Hudson was confusing us. But I can see our words no longer want to hold clouded responsibilities. So I'll allow mine, peace of mind. Like Miss Mitchell wrote, no regrets, right, Coyote? No regrets. And I will close this out with the Beanie Blessings. You don't have to bow your heads or close your eyes, but if you just want to take a deep breath in, you just hold it for a minute and then let it out when you feel is natural as we close out our evening. We close out our time together staring up at the same sky, whether the sun kisses down on your gentle face. The cotton candy clouds begin to swirl in the early evening. The crescent moon fades in as the constellations begin to dance throughout the night. We all look up the same sky. Thank you for blessing the sky, the soil beneath our feet, and our family with your presence and art. Thank you for taking the time to create. Thank you for holding space. May you sneeze out poems in dreamland. May we always have beanies to keep us warm and stylish. This has been Work of Arts Wednesdays with Blended City. I am been your host, Deadpan Lizzie the Beanie God. On behalf of our community in Blended City, I bid you adieu until next time. Beanie blessings. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
See you.
Good night,
Thank
Tony.
you for
Bye.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you.